Good day, it's Pastor Jedediah here at Eau Claire Evangelical Missionary Church. Another encouragement in the fundamentals and the basics of Christianity and how God just moves through that. We're in Acts 2 and 42 all the way to 47. And today I just want to skip ahead to Acts 2, chapter 46, or verse 46. Day by day, they met together in the temple. They broke bread together in different homes and shared their food happily and freely while praising God. And everyone liked them, and each day the Lord added to their group others who were being saved. This is because they're following the core principles that were kind of laid out in verse 42, but this is an expansion. It's kind of like some of those games that exist out there where you can get the expansion pack. Well, this is the expansion pack. When we do what God asks, and really we see an outline here of an awesome church where they spent their time learning from the apostles and doing what they see in the Bible. They fellowship together like family. They broke bread together. They ate together. And they prayed together. And then God starts to move through them. They have this respect for God, and miracles happen, and they're generous people. And here, it says, day after day, they met together in the temple, the place of public worship. We could call that a church nowadays. We know that technically the word church is all about the gathering, but this is the physical place where we gather. Not only did they do that, but they also shared in people's homes. I know some people, they're huge advocates of, we need to do more stuff at the church building. And there's other advocates that they're like, we need to start meeting more house to house, because that's the way the church really functions. You know what? Right here, they're doing both. They're meeting together in the public place, and they're meeting in people's homes. They're eating in both places. They're praising God everywhere. I like that. Why make it an either or when it can be a both and? So if you have a church to be encouraged in, a physical building, do it. And at the same time, notice I say and, spend some time in people's houses. Get to know some people in your church. Eat together. Great things can happen over those conversations. And another thing they did together, they praised God together. Whether they sang songs, I'm not sure, but they praised God together. And everyone liked them. Each day as the Lord added to their group others who are being saved. Let's just take a quick look at that this church is. They respect God. God's prayers, their prayers are being answered with miracles and other wonders. They enjoy being together. They're generous. And they praise God together. Why would I not want to be part of that group? I mean, the reverse is obvious why I wouldn't want. The reverse is everybody's more concerned about offending each other or are offended at each other, that they don't notice that God, or maybe it's a place where everybody knows it all. Yeah, that could be too. Let's just go that way. Everyone knows everything. There's no real respect for God, and God isn't really real, so he doesn't show up in their lives. At the same time, everybody's rather stingy, and they don't like being together, whether they're at church and they certainly won't be hospitable and invite you to their house. Yeah, I don't want to be part of that group either. I want to be part of the first group. One that are actually following Jesus. They're loving, generous, and walking like Jesus Christ. This is not meant to be a formula. But in life, every part of life, there are some basics. And we've gone through that through this entire fundamental series. You know what? There's basics to music. You need melody and you need notes, or you don't have a song to sing or play. The same thing applies to this. We need to follow, listen, and obey what God is teaching us. We also know there's basics to most sports. There's certain things that you do to work together as a team. There's also the basic of teamwork needed. Individuals working together to get a task done. There's certain things that are just basic in that and fundamental about that. And that brings success, whether it's a team for sports or whether it's an army or a combat unit. You need to work as a team, same as we need to fellowship and enjoy and work with each other in unity. We need to pray. We need to ask God. We need to ask God, believing he's going to give us an answer. And there's no more basic fundamental than food and water. We need that to survive as humans. almost as much as we need air. We certainly need it if we want to grow. So I want to encourage you in these basic fundamentals, the core elements. And as we do the core elements, of course there's greater things that are going to come. Look what happened with them. They had amazing extra things that happened. Yes, there's going to be other trials we will have to face and have to overcome. But as we stick to what God's teaching us and do it, amazing things are going to happen. So be encouraged. Have a great week. God bless.